Hello. I have to act like this is a new stream, because it kind of is, as far as you're concerned. But stuff was busted, so I took it down for a second. Hello. My name is Randy, and I'm playing Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve, of course, is a Japanese-style survival horror role-playing game thing released in 1998. This is my first playthrough. I'm making sure everything is good now. I see what she said. Okay. All right. We fixed it. Everyone, great. Mitochondria. Parasite Eve, I didn't actually do anything, so it's not like we're missing out. Did I say anything so funny that it has to be brought back up again? If you don't know what happened last time, I got nothing for you. Read a synopsis. It is based on a book, though. Parasite Eve. And, it's actually a sequel to a book. They mention the events that happened in the book. I have read the book, so I will be bringing up the book periodically. I'm not sure how this ended up inside of a police station. But let's make sure that dies. Let's make sure we don't. What is it? That's crazy. It's turning more fantasy than it is horror. All? None, apparently. I do want that offense. So what can I... Do I have junk? Can I get rid of junk? No junk. Do I have medicine 1? Can I... Yeah, I do. Let's get rid of that. Bam. Let's get rid of that. Have any more medicine 1s? Apparently not. I do have vests that I can get rid of. We go on the menu. Is Twitch working now? Because now Tim's not saying anything. And then a giant motorcycle just drove by my house, and the mic very much picked that up. Everything's going well. Second game is more horror. Yeah, the more we talk about this... Oh, thank you, Tim. The more we talk about this, the more it sounds like I would enjoy the second game more. I do like what they're going for here. I don't know if the combination works as well as I wish it did. And it's mostly just the level design that I don't love. A horror game lives and dies on its level design. It's very, very important. Where's the... Did I not get an... Oh, there it is. Chink. This is where the guns guy is, right? Wayne says, ah! Or I think Aya says, wait, it's me. Wayne says, Aya, this freak of a dog came in. Why are you advancing without my consent? Torres says, hey, Aya, guess I screwed up, eh? Wayne says, why? Why didn't you shoot, man? Torres says, haven't used a gun since. Wayne says, since your daughter was shot? Torres, you can't blame guns for that. I mean, you could. It's part, yeah, I mean, you could. Torres says, I suppose you're right. Wayne, you take good care of this place now. I says, Torres. Wayne says, no. That sucks that Torres died, because Torres is cool. This gun, it's Torres's gun. Hasn't used it, and this is Wayne talking, hasn't used it in ages, but he always kept it in shape. Torres wasn't just good at gun tune-ups, he was a real good shot, too. But ever since the day his daughter was killed by a gun accidentally going off, he stopped shooting altogether, and he came to this department to keep guns in check. Now, how would you not blame a gun for that? There was no human involved, it was just a gun that did 100% of the fatality. Wayne says, Aya, I know you can handle this gun. Take this and nail that monster for Torres. Okay. Discard junk. I got no junk. Not even in the trunk. Ammo. Alright, let's take a look at that gun. Is it actually better? It appears not. What if we just, you know... Do I have a tool? I don't. Can't buy tools from you, can I? No. Alright. Your inventory is full. Yes, I would. What am I exchanging it for? Medicine 2. Sure, why not? And we've decided that... No, not tune-up. Distribute bonus points. Item capacity. Let's make that bigger. No, no, just kidding. Ring, 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 ring. How much does it want from me? Oh, whatever. By the way, I know what happened with the last stream, but I don't want to talk about it because it's embarrassing. Okay. I don't want to kill the birds first because they die much, much faster than Lion King over here. Oh! And what do you do, like, when you can't avoid that? I mean, that kind of sucks, right? Run! Bam! Don't want the junk. We'll take the medicine too. Just kidding. Alright, I'm out of inventory, so whatever. I wonder what's over there. I'm gonna ignore it. We did not go up to the second floor. Kind of want to do that before we go into that other area, because that definitely looks like where it wants me to go. The useless charm. Yeah, you did tell me it was useless, didn't you? Well, how about I give it to that guy and have him hold on to it? What if it's useful? No, I couldn't that was the thing. I couldn't discard it, right? Is that the thing? Yeah, I can't. I can't. So maybe he can hold on to it for me. Which is somehow better than putting it in a chest. I guess I won't always go back to the chests. Hang on to this for me. Move. Put the Zuki over there too, just in case. Is there anything else I've got? Nope, that's... I am jacked with stuff. This game probably should be maybe just a smidge more challenging. But then again... Yeah, I don't know. Blam! How? How are you supposed to avoid that? You can't dodge or anything. Oh, too close, bird. Oh, it just took a lot of hits. Watch me die as I complain that this game's too easy. Disc 2 will be more fun. I forgot this game is 2 discs. It's not that long. Yeah, I don't hate this game. I still think it's cool. I don't love the level design. That's probably my biggest issue with it. There's also some plot stuff that makes kind of very little sense, but... No, not Medicine 1. Medicine 2, darn you. And I guess I'll take the Medicine 1 and then immediately use it. I think the junk system sucks unless... I don't know. Someone said that you get 300 or something and that matters somehow. But I personally don't need that nonsense. Let's go upstairs. Yeah, there's room in this world for a Japanese role-playing game, or just a horror RPG in general. Any kind of RPG that is horror. There's not that many of them. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to go. I don't know. It can't be, because there's nothing here. You go downstairs, okay. Are they gonna pull it off, or it's just gonna be a Stare down. Spoop boop beep doop 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 doop. And she does run just a little too slow for her stride. Her stride is quite... It looks quite a bit faster than... or her distance traveled would imply. And I get it. That's hard to pull off. Kathy says, Aya. I'm here, Kathy. Kathy says, I'm sorry. Ben's gone. Aya says, where? Kathy says, I don't know. Shiva went berserk and Ben went after her. Not Shiva. That sucks. Aya says, what? Everyone is conveniently dying after I talk to them. I'm glad they're hanging on until they give me some information. Well, these are not the dogs. Well, I mean, they're dogs. Also, I'm in trouble. They're stuck on each other. Now they're not. What's up, buddies? Ouch. Ah! The deaf is down. Oh, that's definitely deaf down. Definitely down. Good thing I can't get hurt while reloading. Alright, whatever. Might start throwing away the cure peas. Aya says, is this Shiva? Went down into the vent there. Okay, maybe she's in the bathroom or something. Oh, there's Shiva. Arr, arr, arr. Ben, no! Why is Ben here again? Ben says, stop! Come back here! I honestly don't remember why Ben's here. I also don't quite understand where that was. Upstairs? That can't be upstairs. Nick says, Aya, you gotta go after Ben. He went upstairs chasing Shiva. Aya says, come on, we need to take care of that wound. Nick says, I'm alright, just go after Ben. Watch him die. Is he dead now? Hurry before it's too late. You look real rough, man. If you're conscious, why is your face on the ground? Aya says, hold on. Cop says, can't make it. Got me pretty good. Take this. Ben's upstairs. He is dead. Again, conveniently staying alive just long enough to tell me information. I love it. Perfectly okay with everyone dying if you're just going to tell me about stuff first. No, I can't go through there for some reason. Oh, there's some... Oh, I'm slow. As opposed to what I was before, which was not slow. There's... Okay, the battlefield here is misrepresented by what is on screen, I guess. Uh-oh. Ben says, Shiva, don't go that way. Ben says, Shiva, what's happened to you? Ben says, Shiva, wait. Uh-oh. Those things were moving real weird. They're still moving real weird. Everyone's stride does not match their distance. Including monster mouse things. Yep. No need to rush. Interrogation room. Let's get it on, I guess. Oh, baby. Alright, that's kind of neat. The range on that thing also not... It does not look like it's represented properly for what is on screen. If he does it again, I may die. Get away! Get away! Lots of medicines. Guess let's get rid of some cure peas so we can get some medicines. Medicines are better, I think. I don't know. I just don't need items anymore. Pretty good with where I'm at. Yeah, I'll just use one now. Medicine 3. Ugh. Storage key, that's fantastic. It stopped glowing well after I picked it up, but that's fine. That's how glows work. They wait until you're got it, and then they fade away from the spot they were located. Wouldn't mind some kind of AoE or something. Don't think I'm gonna get it. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, it's weird because it's not... I don't understand why you would use items over PE. PE replenishes. Items don't. What's the point? I've got so much stuff. So I'll just keep using it, but I don't understand why I would. Boy. These levels are weird. There's a save point. Probably a good time to use it. Yeah, I will. Hello, operator. Get me the save department. Please hold while we transfer your call. Shawshank. Redemption. Well, that advanced. Ben, get away from her, says Baker. Ben says, let go, Shiva's sick. That's why you need to get away from her. Ben says, stop, don't hurt Shiva. Baker says, she isn't Shiva. Eve's turned her into a monster. Ben says, monster? Baker says, close your eyes, Ben. Oh boy. This is why there are multiple discs. And you know what? It's worth it. Because this is gnarly. If I was to make a horror game, it would probably involve mutations, because it's like, I could just do whatever I want. Taker says, you're not touching him. You only had 5 bullets? Picker says, darn it, I'm out. Ah, says Ben. I guess the crazy thing that I didn't expect is Parasite Eve 2 to be vastly different than 1. Especially in the era, they didn't really make sequels that different. Well, this hallway sucks. Dang. So I don't know. It's weird because the turns are so infrequent that like you don't want to waste a turn at the same time. Like, when will I ever use slow and barrier and all that stuff, because I just need to be doing damage. LabTech says, ah, please help me. I stepped outside and those things were all over. Aya says, you'll be safer here. Don't leave this room. LabTech says, okay. Hey, you're hurt. I think I have enough supplies to treat you just once. Sure, why not? Like, I have plenty of ways to heal myself, but at least this way I'll get human contact. 2 hot ladies touching each other. Yeah, I like what they're going for with this like real-time turn-based thing, but it's weird because I really don't see an incentive to use any of the other abilities except heal, because I always want to be dishing out damage. Because I don't think slow, when I did it, it didn't even last long enough to matter. Barrier definitely didn't. Cop says, I'm not gonna make it. Take the stuff in my locker. Aya says, what? Your inventory's full. Okay. Surprise. Inventory's full. I don't know. I'll take the stuff in your locker when I have room for it, which is to say never. Wait, you want me to go all the way downstairs to the lot? I'm not going to do that. So you can have fun. Hopefully I can go back to it, but there's no way. I'm not going all the way back downstairs. I'm not sure where I should go. I mean, it's not hard, it's just the penalty for going the wrong way is that I have to run very slowly to the other way. Harsh, harsh penalty. Oh, man. Aya says, you're the one that got Torres. And that guy. We don't care about that guy, though. 98? Holy mackerel. Okay, maybe we're gonna try barrier now. And what's the point of... what does energy shot do? Channel energy into a bullet. I mean, that'd be cool. I didn't even know I had that. I mean, I'm sure at one point I did. 0. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Not PE. 180 is too much. Yes. Tomorrow is Parasite Day. Today is Parasite Eve. Energy shot. Hello, Papa. How you doing today? 90. Not bad. Oh, but I'm tired now? Well, I'd never want to do that again. It was not worth it. Get out of here. I'm stuck. Uh-oh. Well, this is very bad. Okay, he backed off. That's fine. Just don't do your AoE thing. Okay, I finished him. Leveled up. Confuses targeted enemy. Okay, sure. Oh, and a gun. Rifle. I mean, I'll try it. Is it, in theory... Yeah. Aya says, I'm getting help, hang on. Aya says, I was too late. How could this happen? Yeah, I mean, he got mauled right in front of you. Whoa, what? Okay. The jacket. Put it on. Nope. How's the jacket doing for me? It is better. A critical goes way down though, and I've been getting critical hits, so we're probably not going to do that. But at least I got the jacket. Goodbye, dead guy. He didn't hear me because he's dead. Yeah, more fighting. I don't know how to avoid that thing. That sucks. So let's kill that guy, because... So that's absolutely no different to the thing I was doing before. Just does worse damage currently. Yeah. Heal me, daddy. I'm slowed and my def is down. Oh boy. A big old medicine now. So is the gun slow, or is it just because I'm slow right now? This is intense. I'm getting way more critical hits with this gun, though. That's for darn sure. Which I think is true, because I think it says... No, it didn't say crit is higher. I'm just getting lucky. Alright. Fine. I like the critical hits. Can't tell if that's, like, science-backed or what. Hey, what if we go into a room and shoot stuff? Crazy, right? Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna eat it a little bit, because now I'm backed into a corner. That thing, I hate it. I hate it so much. Ah! I kind of don't care about items anymore, unless I accidentally picked up junk. I don't think I did. What's the Kampupu say? There can't be nothing in here. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. Wow. Really? Okay. Wait. In the middle here? No? Okay. The Ben is super dead. It's taking me a long time to get there. I really don't want to fight again. Oh, great, I'm slowed. Hooray. Which means I might die. Man, that slow is brutal. I wanted you to crit there, Aya. I don't think you heard me. Here we go. Aya says, it's the same stuff from the kennel. Never would have figured that out if she didn't say it. Is this a Dutch angle? I actually don't know what a Dutch angle is, but I've always wanted to look it up. I never have. Baker says, Aya! Ben says, Aya, Uncle Baker's hurt. Uncle Baker. Okay. Let's do her closer. Oh, man. Aya says, Shiva? Ben says, it's not Shiva. Shiva's already dead. Aya, please, don't let her turn into a monster. She already is, right? Aya says, come on. I'm the one you want. Ow. There are 3 targets. Well, you don't have to tell me that. I'll figure it out myself. Thank you, though. I kind of want to scan this, but at the same time, like... Sensitive to cold. Well, that doesn't help me. Alright, off to a good start here. Three targets, okay. 1, 2... 100 and some odd damage that had to be. Dang, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through. Well, this kind of actually sucks. I guess it's a good thing I had those medicines. Although I don't know if it's going to be sufficient. This thing needs to die. I can't attack it because I'm spending every turn healing. That did not heal me nearly enough. What am I supposed to do? He covers the whole screen. Is there like a dodge roll or something that I'm missing? No. Just focus fire the rightmost head, even though he just healed. Fantastic. And he healed again. Okay. Alright. That's way more damage than I've done to it, so maybe not that head. Maybe the center. So he just boxes you in the corner and there's nothing you can do? That's the intended experience they're giving you? There's literally no possible way to avoid that. Oh! Ooh. Might be out of medicines. They're darn close to it. Yeah, pretty much. This is gosh darn ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous Nicholas. No, target the middle. Middle! Alright. I guess I'll use barrier again. Now I'm out of medicines, right? Yep, alright, well, time to attack. The middle. Happened. Okay, took one down. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to use a revive here. Fine, I guess I have him. Oh, there's only one head left. Pretty soon he's gonna box me into a corner, or he's just gonna spunk me with his laser beams. Did not give me full health like I was hoping. All right, the greatest Parasite player ever. That was truly awful. Maybe that's controversial, but that sucked. Thank you, Bup. I'm a love machine. $11 HP, but I still had... What, how many revives? 1, 2... I had 2 revives, though. So we were not in danger. I just found that painfully unfun. That sucks. Oh well. Aya says, Ben, Captain. Baker says, Aya. Ben says, Aya, Uncle Baker's hurt. Don't worry, we'll put him down. Daniel says, Ben! Where's Daniel been? Ben says, Daddy! Son, you shouldn't be wearing shorts during Christmas. Daniel says, Ben, are you okay? Ben says, Uncle Baker was protecting me. Daniel says, Captain, thank you. Baker says, remember when Ben was younger? We used to all play at your place. That's not really... That's neither here nor there. I mean, Daniel says, Sir. Baker says, cut that out. Baker is fine, like the old times. I am no longer your superior, apparently. Ben says, Shiva. Aya says, Ben. Ben says, Ben says, Aya, whoever did this to Shiva, you'll get him, right? Aya says, yeah, I will. Yeah. Conception. Day 4. Or day 4 conception, if you prefer. Sure. There's a kernel of a good combat system in here. It's not quite there, though. I feel like there are other games that have similar combat systems that have iterated on this, and it's better. Wreck. Daniel says, ah, ahem, ah, people. Aya says, come on, Daniel. You're in charge now. Really? Why? I guess because Baker's at the hospital, so he's interim captain or whatever. Daniel says, yeah, well, I'm not used to this sort of thing. Warner says, you're doing great, boss. Literally have made no decisions yet. Daniel says, but why did Eve decide to attack the precinct? Aya says, to get rid of us? Cop says, maybe that Japanese guy knows something about it. Yeah, that Japanese guy. Daniel says, you're right. Where'd he go anyway? We are all very still. No one make any moves. Ah, yeah. Daniel says, I bet he's snooping around the criminal ID lab on the 3rd floor. Well, that's weird. Warner says, I'll be fine. Besides, I promised Nix at the hospital that I'd settle scores with Eve. Cop says, we'll start fixing up the office. Sounds good. I guess I'll go unlock that locker. There better be a lot of good stuff in there. I definitely want that more than anything. Speed it up. Speed it up. Oh, wait, you can spend bullet points on guns? That's weird. But no, active time is where it's at. How's the game been? It's okay. Level design's not great. I'm kind of I'm not loving the combat anymore. There's been some weird plot stuff that I don't love. But it's okay. It's better in the book. And Tim assures me that Parasite Eve 2 is baller. Trading card. Great! Oh, just what I needed. Thank God for the trading card. Alright, let's go talk to Wayne. See if he's got some, like, items for me, because I saved his life and everyone else's. And then if not, then I guess I'll go upstairs to the 3rd floor to see the Japanese guy. He says, don't you worry, Aya. I'll be looking after this place for Torres. You leave all equipment tweaks to me. We're playing it my way now. No permit needed. But it'd be nice if you could bring me some gun trading cards if you see them lying around. Well, funny you should mention it. I don't have any. Just kidding. Hey says, I may not come close to being as good as old Torres, but you can trust my work. So, what'll it be? Tune-up weapon. Actually, hang on. Boop boop bip 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 boop bip. Why isn't that working? It's not working. Ooh. That makes it beefier. Well, that gun is mucha grande. Alright, well, you didn't have anything for me, so to you. I say Nighttime streams lately have been really quiet, which is weird because when I was playing Fallout, a good amount of people showed up during the nighttime streams. I think I'm competing with too many people, and I'm competing with life. Life gets busy at night. The lab, right? That's not the lab. Darn it all! Excuse me. Oh. Let's get busy. Remember that part in The Incredibles where the villain was it no Syndrome? It's like, oh look, it's Mr. Incredible and got with Elastigirl, and he looks at the kids and he's like, and they got busy, implying that they banged. Not implying, just explicitly stating that they banged in a children's movie. I said, thought you'd be here. Maida says, how did you guess? This kind of place makes me think more clearly. And there's Daniel, teleporting in behind me. Walking real gosh darn slow. I thought I was slow, but dang, Daniel. Daniel says, hey, Maida, why did Eve attack the precinct? I says, what I want to know is why Eve didn't show herself this time. I felt her presence here, but as soon as we arrived, she was gone. Maida says, it could be a distraction. Daniel says, distraction? What for? This just in. Children's hospital. Attacked by weird mutated lady. Millions of children's dead. First of all, children's plural. Second, millions all in one hospital. In case it was unclear why I said it that way. Maida said, is there a sperm bank or a hospital that conducts artificial insemination nearby? That's a weirdly specific thing to ask, but yes, I do know. That I happen to know, yes, they do. It's nearby. Daniel says, a sperm bank? Maida says, well, I don't think Eve's body will last much longer. Right now, the mitochondria are just parasites in her body. Daniel says, so she's trying to create this ultimate being like she did in Japan? Maida said, I'm afraid so. Oh, shucks. Daniel says, so if we can stop her from getting there, she'll die eventually? I think a doctor at St. Francis Hospital specialized in artificial insemination. I says, let's go, Maida. Daniel says, hey, what about me? You run the precinct now. You can't. I says, you're captain for now, remember? You got to look after the precinct. See, me and Aya and I, are on the same page. Daniel says, oh, all right. Here, take this then. Ammo. Got plenty of that, but sure. The resource economy in this game is very, very weird. Hospital, hospital, who's got the hospital? I like Daniel, though. I wish he was going with us. I drive now. I says, what's wrong? You're awfully quiet. Oh, you know, sperm banks. Maida says, uh-oh, I wonder why Daniel didn't come with us. I said, he said he's going to get the dirt on Clamp. No, he said he was going to watch after the precinct. We just talked about this. He also wants to be with Ben. No, I literally told him he can't come. He did want to come. Maida says, oh yes, of course. Why are we revising history moments after it happened? I said, Maida. Maida said, yes? I said, that creature that was born in Japan, what happened to it? Maida says, it died, along with the scientist that was its father. That's true of the book. I said, how did a monster like that die? Maida said, there was a rebellion. I'm very curious if this is going to change, because I really don't like the reason it died in the book. I wonder if they're going to change it. Mitochondria passed from the father didn't connect with the ones passed from Eve. It began to it began to deteriorate, and the father held on to the dissolving flesh, and they died. Aya says, even though it's a monster, I guess it's still your child. Yeah, it looks like they revised the, in my opinion, problematic view of the book, so well done, Parasite Eve for the PlayStation. St. Francis Hospital. I'm holding a gun. That's not the gun I use, but I am holding one. And it says, here it is. It says, this hospital. Has anyone ever driven up to a giant building, said nothing until they got to the front door, and when they got to the front door said, here it is? So essentially the monster in the book dies because it is incapable of being both male and female at the same time, implying that like there's gender purity, and it mentions gender purity in the book, and because it was not purely one gender, it could not, it was an abomination and could not live, so it died. That was essentially the explanation of why it died in the book, which does not hold up to today. And it kind of looks like they did not mention that. Maybe they will. I don't know. I guess it's still early to tell. But Aya says, this hospital. Maida says, it's hot. It looks like Eve is in there. Aya says, you wait here. Maida says, Aya. Maida says, take this. Mayoke. It's another good luck charm, eh? Maida says, it's a bell to keep away bad spirits. Just hold on to this, okay? Aya says, thank you. I'll keep it. Just giving me a whole bunch of useless trinkets. And I'm happy to take him off his hands for some reason. So if Eve is here, we're just straight up in another dungeon already. No, this game weirdly progressive, right? I'm shocked. This is plus 1. It kind of looks like it goes down, doesn't it? Is that what that's implying? I think it is. That also looks like it's going down. It's not adding to it, it's just going down. Is that how that works? I don't want to do it in case it, well, I guess I could save it, and then if it biffs it, I could undo it. Yeah, I did not like the book at all. And I'm not sure the book even understood the stance it was taking. And I guess for the 90s, it was, you know, it was a different time, whatever. But it was bizarre. Because even if you take the gender part out of it, the idea that you have to be biologically pure or else you can't live is what does that even mean? How do you define that? Oh yeah, and it's like, oh, a certain genders are meant for a certain thing, and they're not allowed to do anything other than what they're meant to do. Like women are supposed to reproduce, men are supposed to provide the ingredients so women can reproduce. And if you're two genders, you don't have a purpose, therefore, you cannot exist. Like just some weird language in there. And it's not weird. Like the author made a stance that I don't agree with. Alright, tune up. I am going to see what my gun looks like now. 863, and if I add this to it, it turns to... Yeah, no, that worked. 974, that worked. Okay, great. Perfect. It turned red, which confused me. Check out that CRT. We want one of those, except I don't need to, because mine's right there. I like my CRT a lot. Yeah, I just might. If that's the case, I should have probably upgraded it with the other gun. But, oh well. I'll get another tool at some point. Yeah, I was about to say, like, there's very clearly a card reader there. There's no way that's open. Boop, 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 I says, Maya, or was it just my reflection? Yeah, I truly think Square at the time, I guess, truly understands storytelling in a way that other games at the time, other game companies at the time did not. Ding! And I think they really put thought into its message and you know, its stance, its political stance. I mean, Final Fantasy VII's all about environmentalism and stuff like that. And Eve says, going down. Aya says, oh no, the elevator cables. Whoa, I assume they were cut. Whoa. And there's a reason, I think, subconsciously everyone thinks Final Fantasy's amazing, and it's because, here's the thing, Final Fantasy is amazing. Ahead of its time. Eve says, night-night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh, Eve's a snarky girl. I says, the power. The power. FMV? Aw. That looks cool. This is a cool background. Aya says, Eve's trying to trap me down here. She's cut the main power line. Aya says, oh great, one elevator is broken and without power the other one is useless. Yep, makes sense. I guess we should probably progress. Eve says, hope you enjoy your stay. Can you inform me of the details about how that worked? What? How did that happen? Is she the building? Also, how did that not affect me at all? Shawshank? Redemption. Yep, just reach up there and grab it. Fuse 1. We got the first fuse. I can't wait for the sequel to Fuse. That was the most powerful Fade to Black I've ever seen. Those are some suggestive looking gooeys. Nope, only shoot twice. Bang, bang. Ugh. I'm poisoned. I have so much ammo that I don't understand why it keeps giving me more ammo. I don't get it. It's fine if that's what you want to do, I guess. I'm just not understanding. I was not done in that room. How dare you? How dare you? Oh no! Aya says, Maya, wait! It's me! Why are you dressed in those clothes? You must be cold. You're so cold you're translucent. Which for some reason is not concerning, alarming, or abnormal to me. Remember when I fought these things? That was fun. You wanna do it again? Haha, I avoided that one. Haha, I avoided that one. Wrecked those guys. Am I still poisoned, by the way? It would appear not. See? That kind of looks like it's a poison gun. Is that the first gun with an element? Is that what that implies there? I think it does. I don't necessarily want to use a grenade launcher, though. Can I change guns in battle? I can, right? So it might be good to hang on to that one in case somebody's weak to poison or something. Ew. Ew. Shot it in the butt. Aimed at the wrong thing. Ugh. Level up. Do I have all of the abilities? Also, do I have more bonus points? No, sir. At least not enough to do that or that. I was not done in that room. Oh, it's the autopsy key. I just saved it. I don't want to save it again. I mean, I guess it was a little while ago, but I don't know, man. I mean, it doesn't take as long as Digimon did. Holy crap, that was ridiculous. Saved it anyway. You can tell because the legitimate PlayStation is telling me the file name and the file extension of the save file. Very, very nice of it. It's impressive that Sony thought to include that functionality of the legitimate hardware that is the PlayStation. I am wildly confused where I am, but we're just going to keep going. We're exploring. Let me explore. Stop rushing me. Oh, we've been here before. Never mind. This is the third time we're fighting these gooey things. Bang, bang, you're dead. Bang, bang, you're dead. I shot 4 shots that entire fight, and I got 12 in return. Yep. We're operating at a bullet deficit right now. It's going to become a problem. You need a blue card key. So when I find the card key, is it going to say that it's blue dabba-dee-dabba-die? Do I have a gun that could shoot 3 times? I think one of the pistols, maybe? I can't... How can you tell? Oh, it says ×3 down there. I see it. Okay. Not there. Chonk. It says it seems this key is no longer useful. I'll discard it. It's kind of amazing how in games where you discard keys, presumably they're just dropping it on the floor right next to it. I'm just like, I don't need this anymore. I don't know how I don't need... I don't know how I know I don't need this anymore, but I'm just going to drop it on the ground. Can you pick it back up? Nope. More gooey. More buggy. Yeah. No. Ha ha. Smoking fools. You're one of the fools that I intend to smoke. No, it's slow. Slow is the worst. Yeah, oh, I've got full inventory again. Gosh darn it all. With what? Just a bunch of garbage. It's just a whole lot of garbage. That doesn't help me. I've got to start throwing out some of the garbage. Why do I do that voice? Is that voice is from something, maybe? Garbage. Alright, get rid of some of the cure peas. Yeah! Alright, let's see if I can get a gun that shoots 3 times. This one shoots 3 times. Oh, yeah. Yeah! That rules. And I got my cure back. Oh, that's a game changer. Three times is enough to kill just about everything in one turn. Including the hopping kangaroo thing. Except not the hopping kangaroo thing. That thing takes 4. But not the goo boys. The goo boys take 3. Why do I do less damage now? It feels like. Because I'm poisoned? That can't be it. I sure am doing a lot less damage now all of a sudden. Did my stats go lower because I put the pistol into it? Or is it... No? I'm not sure why that's happening then. I shoot when I'm closer. Okay, that could be it. Your inventory is full. Yes, I will. I'll trade the cure P. No, not the trading card. Gosh! I don't even know what I picked up. Increases critical evasion by 1. Sure, why not? Avoiding that critical evasion. Not avoiding the critical evasion, we're avoiding the critical with our evasion. Heal 2 sucks. In fact, the medicine sucks now with how high my blue card key, hopefully. Arr. Fuse 2. We've got fuse 1, we've got fuse 2. I refuse the fuse. I don't, actually. I picked them up. I accepted them into my life. How does that help me, though? Alright, so shoot when I'm closer. Well, no, I'm thinking that just does less damage because I shoot 3 times as opposed to twice now. I don't like it. Sitting right next to it doesn't do nearly as much damage. I don't like it. I don't like it so much that I might load the game. 'Cause that sucks. Why would that happen? Pardon me real quick. Gotta hit the buttons over here on my legitimate PlayStation, of course. Yep. That was cool in theory. It didn't... There was no indication based on the stats of that gun that that's how it should have worked. But my guess is that instead of doing... I truly can't figure out how the math works. I'm not sure why that was happening. That's a bummer. Oh well, we're not going to do that again. 2 shots is enough for me if it does that much damage. Because mathematically, it does more damage. I was critting for 50. That's a really good question. I kind of want to find out. That's a really good question. Tim asking a really good question. That's a really good question. Perhaps you've heard. It's a good question. I like that question. Problem is that we're gonna have to, you know what? Maybe we'll just use the power of the legitimate PlayStation's save capability. We don't take advantage of it often. You know, it uses a lot of resources. It takes power. You know, like it raises my electric bill. So we got to be careful to not use it very often, but it is a very legitimate feature of the PlayStation. It's not. It's not easy. Like, I got to lean over. I guess mathematically, the normal hits were doing more damage. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. But I crit so often that it's not worth it. If you add up the normal damage, so that's 64. I was doing like 20 something. So it was barely more. It was more, but barely. But then that crit is so damaging that it's not worth doing. But that's a really good question, because if I had a single shot and I crit on a single shot, is that just absurd damage? Do I have a gun that shoots only once at a time? Hi, yo, guys, the time what I could do though is I could take the poison, right? No, not change weapon. That was the wrong thing to do. That wouldn't hurt anything. I could just take the poison right out of that thing. Or I could increase the attack by 1. Add tranquilizer to bullets. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna do it. Sounds pretty gosh darn good. So that means the tranquilizer will put this guy to sleep. It made him freak out. I don't know if that matters. He didn't freak out that time. That one did, though. Miss. Yeah, it's like stunning them, which is kind of awesome. In that instance, I'm not gonna do it, but I could see a world where shooting multiple times if I stun them. I see, I saw the word tool, and that obviously means I have to do what I'm doing. Nope, critical hit's what I want. Always, never not critical hit. Wait, what was that immune to? If it's immune to slow, I might change my mind. Strong, just status and just status in general, huh? Spit it a dick, spit it a dick. Oh man, that's gonna just be the end of my life. I don't need to cure that much pee. Sometimes I do, but I usually go to the potty to do that. Posture. It's not even, I wouldn't even call it posture at this point. It's just moving around. My butt hurts. What's up, fellas? To mess with stoners. Tool is anti-stoner, apparently. Ah! Yeah, that stun is cool, especially when I'm slowed. I want both of those, so... All I know... What I know about Tool, just about the only thing I know about them, is that they know the pieces fit. I don't know if Rick is still here, but I imagine he's chuckling and to himself. Because he likes when I quote things. And Buff apparently enjoyed it. Gonna be real with you, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to put these fuses. Gonna be real with you. Oh, no, don't want to do that. I mean, I guess I'd put it in the elevator? That'd be weird. Maybe next to the elevator? That's where the fuse box is. Door locked. Alright. Is that a fuse box? It kind of looks like a fuse box. Nope. Alright. Running around looking for something. Inventory is full like usual. Almost out of cure peas. Defense plus. Singing a song now. I. Where did you go now? I. Where do we go now? I. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Do you know where to go now? Nope. The hospital. That's fine. I also have fuses. Does that do anything for you? Fuse. It just says fuse. What am I supposed to interact with to make this work? Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. What if we interact with the mop bucket? Nothing. Huh. You're talking about that box over there that I can't get to? Perhaps. Honestly, that would make a lot of sense, but it's not letting me over there, Tim. It's not letting me. Where do we go now? Da-dee, 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 da-dee. Haven't been in this room in a while. Perhaps it's in here. I mean, this game is weirdly specific about what it wants you to interact with, so there's probably just a drawer somewhere that I missed. Ah ha ha! Lots of thingies. Man, that tranquilizer thing's real cool. It's real cool. I like peas a lot. I love peas, actually. Parasite powers have evolved. Haste. Ooh. Yeah, I'd go for some peas right about now. They've got some okay protein. A few, too many calories for my liking, but I do like them. It's one of my go-to bone broth ingredients. Is I will put peas in there and let them stew for a little bit, and they come out like nice and creamy. I'm also fairly hungry. I still got some yogurt to eat before bed. Being on a diet sucks. Sure, I feel and look a lot better, but wouldn't it be nice to just, like, eat a lot? I have nothing I want to drop except maybe the club, and I can't. Maddie is watching my stream in the other room, and it's on a delay. I just heard me go, ew. I found the key, guys. Found it. It was on the charred corpse. Now, right now, my go-to... I can tell you exactly pretty much what I'm eating routinely. It's... I wake up, I think she's asleep. She has me on. She likes to fall asleep listening to me talk. She's creepy. She's a creeper. Yeah, what I'm eating right now. I wake up, I have 4 eggs, scrambled, in a microwave. Scramble them eggs, I put it in the microwave, I cook it. I then get some oatmeal. 80 grams of it to be exact. 2 cups of water in that sucker, microwave. I take 120 grams of canned pumpkin, I put it in that sucker. I put some cinnamon in that sucker. I put some stevia in that sucker. I put some sugar-free maple syrup in that sucker. I stir that sucker up. Put a little fat-free, sugar-free, one of the two. I don't remember which. Fat-free, I think? No, sugar-free? I don't know. Some very low-calorie Ready Whip. I put that sucker on top, and then there's my breakfast. Aya says, Maya, wait! Don't leave me. Alone. For lunch, because I was desperate, I had 2 protein bars. Which was not that satisfying. They were good, but like, you want a meal to fill you up. After that, I had some Took an avocado, I just crushed that sucker up, mashed it, put some salt and garlic in it. What the heck is that thing? I can't even see what I can't figure out what I'm looking at. What is that? It's got different areas. Well, I killed one area of it, and it came right back. Yeah, well, it makes my gooch feel empathy because it looks a lot like mine. Empathetic gooch. Yeah, so then I mash an avocado, salt and garlic, spread that sucker on 2 pieces of toast, and then I put 2 more pieces of toast on top of it and make a little avocado sandwich. I have 2 of them. For dinner, I had a can of chicken breast, some microwave potatoes, and some microwave broccoli, and I mixed them all together, put salt and garlic on it. Just use Med 2. Yeah, I suppose so. And then for a nighttime snack, I will be eating an entire tin of fat-free Greek yogurt, and that will be the entirety of the entirety of my eating today. And I have been doing that for a while, and I will do that repeatedly until I either get sick of it or I've reached my goals. Very utilitarian, very easy. I do like the taste of it. I am not much for a cook. Aya says, "Oh no, the main circuit breaker is torn apart and some fuses are missing." How many? Perhaps 3. Probably should have turned the power off after, or I should probably turn power on after I put in the fuses, but whatever. What are you doing, Aya? It's okay. I'm glad it lets you do that. That's pretty stupid. Did that do damage? If this were Overblood, I'd be dead. It didn't even do any damage. It just took a little nap. I'm a little disappointed it's not game over too, but I'm kind of glad as well. Conveniently back to another pair of elevators. Maybe the pair of elevators? Apparently the pair of elevators. Not sure how that happened. Ding. So was the whole reason we came down here was to turn the power back on, even though the power was working before we came down here? It still sounds like the Ninja Turtles movie soundtrack. Those are ghost children. Aya says Maya and me. Oh, it's Christmas. I forgot it was Christmas. It's Christmas. I don't know. It's not. It's like 27th at this point. smoked. Okay, well, I should probably call that out, but I don't know who did it. Darn it all. Thank you again, Psionic Hex. You're feeding my children. My children, thank you. They're like, Daddy, please. We just want some bread. And I say, nope, not unless someone donates. But last time they donated, you didn't give us bread. Well, I'm like, well, you were naughty. We're so hungry. Well, be better children. I don't. What do you want from me? Man, everyone's throwing money at me. That's still Psionic Hex. Psionic Hex is throwing a lot of money at me. I just got destroyed. Weird mutated kangaroo thing in a hospital. It's going alright. We're having fun. This isn't the greatest game I've ever played, but it's not bad. Considering what I've played relatively recently, it's a step up. Currently only playing this, Twisted Metal, and Legend of Dragoon. Those are some weird games. I'm not sure I can play Twisted Metal 2 again, though. You're going to do the new game to get the good? No. I didn't know that was a thing, and the answer is no. I will look that up. Patient says, I don't know about you two, but I'm getting out of here. Doctor says, Mrs. Newsbomb, what about your medication? Patient says, it's no use to me if I'm dead. Aya says, are you okay? Doctor says, yes, thank you. However, a nurse is trapped in the other room. Could you help her out? Yes. No, I will not be doing that. If that is a thing, and I believe you, so PE +2, sure, why not? Yep, okay, sure. Yep. What's your favorite jokes that Randy make? That blah, blah, brain frog. Brain frog. There's a frog in my brain, everybody. Shutting the stream down. I hate it. I was talking to Maddie like, listen, the only thing I'm relatively good at is talking. And if I mess it up, it makes me so mad because I'm like, what am I good for? What the heck's the point? I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh, I was going to say, oh, your favorite joke I ever made was I said the word yes. I don't even remember how I said it. Brain frog. Coming now to Apple iOS and Android, it's Brain Frog. Free to play for a couple of minutes. I says, this room, I've seen it before. It's true, I've seen it before. I says, I'm getting hot. You're already hot, Aya. Your temperature is 102. Aya says, I know I've been here before, but why? Also, you're sexy. What was I doing here? At least she has shoes on. Although she did have open-toed shoes at the beginning of the game. That was distracting. I went to dinner with Maddie's friends and their significant others, and she very explicitly told them, like, listen, you can't be wearing open-toed shoes if Randy's coming. And they all the way did. Now, is that like, are they coming on to me at that point? If they were told explicitly, don't do this because you will arouse my husband, and they do it anyway, does that Is that some kind of power move? What are they doing? Nurse says, "Whew, I thought I was done for. Thanks." I says, "Glad to help, but you could help me even more by telling me where the doors next to the elevators lead." Nurse says, to the storage areas of the hospital. That's where we keep oxygen tanks and our main supply of liquid nitrogen." I says, "What do you use liquid nitrogen for?" Nurse says, "I don't know. Here." But I was trying to ignore it. Nurse says, "Take this green card key, I should say, and find out yourself. I'm not staying to see what happens next." "Thank you, stab." "Your inventory's full." Awkward. "Let's try this again." "Thank you." I'm just going to... Oh, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Nurse says everyone's either dead or evacuated. I think I'll choose the latter. Well, you didn't have to... Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm neither of those things. Remember these guys? Heck yes. My right hand. My left hand is darn near useless. I considered cutting it off, but I use it for a few things. It's very annoying because my father's ambidextrous and I am unidextrous. Like I don't have a dexterous. I only have one dexterous. Thank you, legitimate PlayStation, etc., etc. Aya says, "Can you tell me why the hospital uses liquid nitrogen?" Doctor says, "Well, for many different things. You can use it to freeze off warts and such, but its main use is for research. It keeps the sperm bank from spoiling." I said, "Sperm bank? Oh my god! How do I turn it off?" Doctor says, "Well, there's a valve that you can turn off in the storage area. Why?" I said, "Sorry, I don't have time to explain. Sperm bank. By the way, which floor is the research lab located on, sperm bank?" Doctor says, "The 13th. I says, "Thank you." Doctor says, "I'm going to look around to see if anyone needs medical attention." Yeah, but here's the thing. Min-maxing doesn't actually work in real life. There are people that are born with just everything. Brains and looks and athleticism and just all of it. And there are people like me who are, not necessarily, right? And it's just, it is what it is. But there were no dice rolls involved in my birth. God just said, like, perfectly mediocre. Shawshank Redemption. Ding 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 ding. Oh, bigger blob than the other ones. It might be a problem. Oh, he jumps. This one jumps. Oh. He also doesn't sleep like the other ones. That sucks. But he's dead, doesn't matter. Ammo. Well, good thing I got that. I was running low. Yep, that sure helped. Glad I did that. Oh. When you sit for too long and your butt goes numb, when you sit up, the pain comes. And what you thought was ecstasy just now, no, that was pain. Which, you know, fine line. So, am I done? I turn off the... I think I turned off the thing. Like I said, fine line, Tim. The Chrysler ending? Interesting. I mean, unless the story changes in some meaningful way. Well, then I guess we're not done in here. I will not be replaying this game. But there's no reason I can't YouTube the heck out of the other endings or scenes or whatever. Oh wait, that thing's sleeping. We don't need to shoot that thing. Ah! Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to replaying games, but it's... These days, it's tough. Unless there's some kind of extremely meaningful difference, I will not. That could be gameplay-wise. But it would have to be pretty darn cool. Gameplay-wise, and story-wise, I would be willing to do it. Other than that, though, probably not. I'm gonna try the energy shot on this thing. You know what? Let's do haste instead. See how that works. I'm running pretty fast. Not fast enough. Dang, that hurt. Wow. Do I take more damage when I'm hasted? You know, Resident Evil, the perfect game. In most of those games, you play through the game once, and then you can play through it again and get a different perspective of the same story. Or, I mean, yeah. Yeah. So that's cool. I'll do that. I mean, there's another valve over there, I guess. I'm not sure what this wants from me. Once again, we're stuck. We turned that valve, it seemed to do nothing, and then now we're just running around. Maybe towards the screen? No? Is the doctor still there? What, can the doctor tell me? No? Okay. Hey, oh, maybe we go up? Yeah, it must be the elevator. It's the only thing left. The 13th floor. How rad. They made an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode about the 13th floor. So what time is it? Oh dang, it's past when I'd like to continue. Well, next save point, we're gonna stop it. I says, I have to stop Eve before more people die. Yeah, you know, whatever, you know, if I have time. Shawshank Redemption. It's kind of driving me crazy that the doors don't slam behind her. I was confused because it says I haven't been streaming for 2 hours, but the reality is I streamed for a couple minutes there. But everything was biffed up. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, nothing's off limits. Like I said, there's no law saying I have to stream a certain type of game. I like retro games, and not a lot of people stream them. If and when, I'll say when I get more popular and the draw is more me than it is the game, yeah, why not? I love Dark Souls. I'd play Dark Souls again. I may have it. I may have it. I don't know. By the time we get to Dark Souls, it'll be on sale again. I'm not worried about it. Inventory is full, eh? Weird. Alright, I guess. Cool. Is there something back there? Oh man. Such a good hiding space. I hit a button behind a giant red arrow. Yeah! Let's use that tool and then we can... Yeah, it is definitely interesting. I wish I knew that gun was there before I used that tool, but that's fine. What does it even have? It's got heck of range, but not as good as everything else. More slots, I guess. But it apparently can't shoot, or it's only one damage. Or, I guess we're about to test the theory, Tim. Let's see how much the one bullet does. First run of Dark Souls was like a cleric. I had a heart. I had healing magic, and also like a spear, like a big long range stabby thing. Oh yeah. Yep. Definitely does more damage. It's probably not worth it. It's definitely not worth it, but definitely does more damage. I could probably change the guns mid-fight, right? That would be smart. Second time I did it, because I played through it twice. I did like a dexterity two-handed sword build, which was fun. Medicine 1, what is that garbage? Garbage. Is this the sperm bank? Put the sperms in the cage. I don't know if I ever played the DLC for Dark Souls. Maybe I did. Alright, that's the save point. We're gonna wrap it up after this fight anyway. You should join the Discord. That's not the best way you can support me. I say that. Yeah, I'd say it is overall. I would rather you join the Discord than pay me. So join the Discord, tinyurl.com/randy-discord. If you prefer, tinyurl.com/randy-discord. That is where you can talk to me about all sorts of stuff. The community's there. It's pretty awesome. Join that. And there it is. There's that link. That's because Tim did the thing. Thank you, Tim. And, of course, follow and subscribe and do all the stuff that you do on your platforms if you haven't done so already. And you can donate on my Ko-Fi, Coffee, however, ko-fi.com/randyfluhardy. Keep the lights on. Feed my children if they're good. Rarely are they good. They haven't eaten in a very long time. Alright, let's check this. Nah, let's just save it and we'll check this room next time. Good cliffhanger. Nope. Yes. Alright, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you for coming by. Have a good weekend, all that good stuff. See you later. Bye-bye.